What was it like facing off with her for the first time?
It was just like any other face-off. I don't think we're really gonna feel the tension until it's like the weigh-in face-off when we know it's real. We still have about a month, so it was just like any other thing.
How is training going, and how are you feeling? You had some health issues, some injuries. Can you talk about those and how you're doing now?
Yeah, I'm great with my my infection. Got the tonsils out, and now I just seem to not be getting sick like at all. I was getting sick constantly, like every other week or so. And as far as my foot goes, it's arthritic now, so I'm just gonna have to get used to the pain. But everybody doesn't go into. There's like not one fighter that goes into the fight, into the octagon with like 100% health. It's just not heard of. So it's very common.
How long were you dealing with like illnesses before you knew that it was tonsillitis?
For about 3.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was literally like I would just get 5 hours of sleep one night, and I'd be trying to get back in camp, and I'd wake up with a strep throat or with a dry throat, and I'd go in. They're like, it's not strep throat, but we're going to treat it as such and give you like a penicillin shot. And so it was just off and on between that and ear infections, and I was just like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating like I'm in camp, like I'm trying to get back into shape, and my immune system was just shot. Everything else was good. I did like all these tests and stuff. I was a little anemic. But then as soon as I got checked out in Vegas with the nose, throat, ear specialist, he was just like, let's get those suckers out in a week. And I was like, right on.
When was this going on? Like earlier this year, like in the spring, and then into like summer?
Yeah, like right after I got out of the boot. Because I think I just tried to shoot myself straight into a camp, and my body was like, what are you doing? Like, you spent 2 months kind of just like paddling with your hands. And I should have just listened to Dr. Shar, who I see now over at Ortho Elite Therapy in Albuquerque, because she was like, come on in. Her and Dr. Bo were like, come in ASAP. And I was like, no, I have to listen to the ortho doctor. Told me to stay in my boot so we can start to like trial and error the treatments for this and stuff. So I should have just hopped over there, because now I can wear heels. Now I can do a lot of things that the doctor there had told me I wasn't going to be able to do. And then after that, I shot right into camp, and I kept getting sick and sick and sick, and now I'm better. Now I'm in camp.
So you have all this stuff going on, and then of course there's this pressure from, I'm sure, the UFC, because you're a champion and they want you to get back in there and fight. And I'm sure there's probably pressure from her side. She was doing some talking as well. So what are your thoughts during the time? Like, you're feeling probably terrible, and all these people are kind of coming at you from different sides.
Absolutely. I was so during that process, I was just like, whatever, I'm going to show them, like, I'm in training, like, daily, so whatever. But it wasn't until, like, after the surgery that, like, when I was in recovery, and I was, like, propped up in my bed for, like, 2 weeks straight, just not being able to really even move. So I didn't even look at my phone too often. I was just laying there in pain. If anybody has ever had a tonsillectomy, you know. And so, yeah, it was just, like, I couldn't talk, I couldn't drink water, couldn't do anything for a while. And everyone just getting pretty noisy on the internet about, like, where's Nicco, blah, 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 blah. And I'm, like, over here in my deathbed. And so, it was kind of just an outlash whenever Ariel, I got wind of that. My boyfriend came in, he was like, what Ariel on his thing? And I was like, well, I couldn't, like, scream or anything, so I typed it all out. So, there was a little bit of like, why would you just kick somebody while they're down already? I'm not over here having a good time being sick. It's not my priority to just be like, all right, Belt, I'll get to you later. Like, you're back there. I'm just going to hang out in my house and do nothing. Like, people just thought I was just chilling, trying to recover.
Were you in a hospital though when you wrote that?
No.
Okay.
No, that was like, I had to stay a couple of days in Vegas right after the surgery. And then we came back probably like after 4 days, and like right when I came back home is when I got all that craziness.
Any regrets about that whole situation?
No. I think for people who can read in between the lines, grasp what they were trying to get at, and I stood up for myself. It's still not understanding to me why people would not. Like, like they're too afraid to speak out against somebody who's trash talking them just in fear of losing supporters or fans or anybody like that. To me, this is kind of just still what I've always been doing. There's nothing different about my mindset, my mind set and progression with this MMA career now that I'm in the UFC. You know, I'm still going to stand up for myself when I think it's appropriate.